Welcome back everybody to another Dino Riders episode, and we're going to have a look at Series 2 from the Rulon side, Saurolophus with Locus. This is a really good Dino Rider in my opinion. It is quite uncommon to find being Series 2 and even harder to find complete and undamaged because there are some fragile pieces in this set like most of the Dino Riders. So come and join me as we have an in-depth look at this awesome Dino Rider. So firstly, let's have a look at the box art, and like always, great artwork, great detail. We've got a volcano at the back. We've got, looks like Rattler in the trap, and actually got Rattler in there. We'll have a look at that shortly. What I like, it's really blended really well with the surrounding rock, so that should surprise a few Valorians. And it looks like we've got Hammerhead there. Looks like they're herding some more dinosaurs. Locus is looking at the back like what's happening. And yeah, his dino is in action, shooting the laser beams. Like always, it's kind of more arid looking with the Rulons. But yeah, nice artwork. The artwork always sets a scene. You know, kids can use their imagination to make their own battles and scenarios. So this box is this the English box? No, this is not the English box. I think it might be the German box. Yeah, please let me know if this is German or not. It looks like German. So we got our Dino Rider there, all geared up. Let's have a look. And yeah, this is an unused Dino Rider in very good condition. So you can kind of see how everything's displayed inside. Obviously not the gun tips because they would have been on the tree. And we have our, yeah, just what's included. And you can see the features of the Saurolophus itself with the weapons, which is quite good. And on the side, just another picture. And at the back, we get the classic Series 2 battle scene. Yeah, we've got a Saurolophus there. It looks like he's about to squish Skate. So, good stuff. Yep. And just a bit of a bio and so forth. And this box is the same size as the Monoclonus, Rulon, Deinonychus, and Pteranodon, because they all have the traps. So let's have a look at the trap now. So I have two traps here, and it's because I want to try and demonstrate the feature a bit clearer. We'll have a look at this one first. So this is the trap, which is pretty cool. This is probably the best trap that they've included with all the Dino Riders, I believe, because it incorporates the figure. So, you know, you just place the figure in there, and we've got like the gun from the Series 1 style of Deinonychus and the Pteranodon and the Monoclonus on one side. So I've just put Rattler in there, and this one's a little bit stiff. That's why I brought out the other trap. But it's, yeah, everything blends in really well. This does make a really nice display. I do have this one displayed in my display cabinet like that. And the reason why I bought this one out and mine doesn't work properly. So what you got to do, push. So you got this bit here. This is a bit, all right, I'll just push that out. They're very sticky, so what you have to do is you need a really small elastic band, and you hook it up to these two tabs. A really small one. Unfortunately, I looked everywhere, I could not find a small elastic band, and then yeah, that's how the seat looks. Then you kind of push this in to click, and like if you, this is so fragile, this trap, which I'll explain in a second. So you got to push it and hear it click like that, and you got your figure in there and everything. You shut it, and then when any unsuspecting Valorians come strolling past, you open it up and you press that tab, and it will release, and this should and this will spring forward and surprise them. So a cool feature, but it's not perfect because one, you need a small elastic band, and because how this rubs, it's not very, see, as you can see there, it's not the smoothest function, but it does work because I have tried it in the past, and these are nearly impossible to find intact. Usually this always breaks. As you can see, it's just a really flimsy joint there holding the gun, and when you gotta push it in position, like that's really the only place you can push it, or like that. But as any kid would have just pushed it and a bit of force, bang, and it will break. So usually you find these with this bit broken or missing, and this hinge bit damaged as well, because if you were a kid and you opened it a bit too fast, bang, it snaps off. So you do find a lot of these like in half pieces. So cool feature, absolutely dig it, but it's super fragile. Let's have a look at the dyno. All right, this Dyno Rider has a lot of cool features. I'll bring it up close up first, and we've got Locust there with the Saurolophus, which has orange eyes, which is pretty cool. Nice stripes. We've got the gun, the blades. It's got a fat tail. So some of the things that this guy does, or she does, we've got these cool blades that you can bring up or down, so they can really hurt some Valorians if they're underneath. And then we've got, okay, so as you can see, this is on a rail, and we've got the gun that slides, and the gun can also turn. I usually keep the gun when displayed on this side, because of this section of the seat with Locust, it becomes unstable when you're trying to display the Saurolophus. So I find that keeping the gun on this side helps. And the harness moves up and down, and so does, it's a bit hard to do with one hand, but this gun also pivots. And we've got the brain box there. So the main gimmick with this one is the Saurolophus can go on all fours. As well, and okay, head up, So yeah, you can have your Saurolophus go on all fours, and then you can maneuver locus in what position you like and move the railguns. So I really find that a cool feature, and then you can and bring it all the way back up again. So I'll do that one more time. I'll bring it a bit closer to the camera. I apologize for that. So this is the normal stance, as you can see, and because the arms are connected to the head, you can just bring that down, bring that up, flick that like that. You can bring up the cannon if you like, and then you've got a crouching Saurolophus. So I think that's a really cool feature. Now, while we've got Saurolophus in this position, what are some of the actual bring that up? So what are some of the negatives about this? Alright, yeah, with this function, let's zoom back out. So with this tilting function, sometimes it can be a little bit, as you can see, just a little bit, there's a bit of movement there, like it doesn't just click into position. So when you're trying to display, and if it's unbalanced, it can kind of just all of a sudden kind of lose position, but it's not too bad. Usually the brain box, you'll see that you'll find them with a lot of stress marks, like here and here, like, and then the plastic kind of goes white where it's stressed. That's quite common to find them if the brain box is being kind of overstretched. Obviously, you know, these joints are sometimes from that hinge joint and where the gun is, you find them broken. Sometimes these clips can be broken or overstressed here as well. And other most common thing is that this gun is snapped off from that joint or from that rail. So yeah, overall I think it's a really cool Dynarider. I forgot to have a look at Locus. Let's have a quick look at Locus. And he's pretty cool. Obviously some sort of insect type of creature. Not sure exactly what he's supposed to be, if he's like a cricket, grasshopper, mantis, but really cool. They didn't make many of these kind of characters. Off memory, I think there might be three variants, 3 or 4 variants at the most of these type of creatures. But a really nice Dynarider. It was good to see in Series 2 new style of figures. So I think this is a pretty awesome Dynarider. A lot of playability, good display, and yeah, I highly recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all soon.